Hello everyone and welcome back to Passion Sundays, the best way to end the week and start another. Our guest today is the VP of Innovations for the region's leading telco operator, Du. Samer Geissah, thank you very much for being with us today. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you because, I mean, Du is causing lots of ripples with all the innovation work, and we're with the man that's behind of that. So tell me, how did your passion get you to be where you are today?
It's a very interesting story. As a guy in telco for over 22 years, I did everything from consulting to writing code. I got my chance to join Du in 2005, just before we launched, a couple years before we launched, and I got the task of building the mobile network, which was very challenging, and there was a lot of passion involved because a lot of us, a very small group of us, started very early, preparing something which has never been done in the UAE, which is build something from scratch, telco from scratch. But my heart wasn't in it. We built site after site, switch after switch, and continued doing it. But what drove me to where I am today was actually outside of work. I started doing my own projects, discovering new innovations, worked with the most successful Kickstarter campaign with a partner of mine, and that caught the attention of the management. And then they decided, listen, you're so passionate about this, why don't you do this as a job within Du? And that's how it started. We started an innovation department 5 years ago, and here we are, and we're adding lots of value to it.
I mean, that's a breath of fresh air because most of people sitting in corporate are always complaining about how corporate doesn't give you the opportunity to pursue your passion within the organization. What you're saying is you've actually went for it regardless if there was a reward from the company or not.
So that's how it started. And actually, also passion drove internally the change of mindset.
Okay.
We now have an innovation team that drives the passion within the employees for their own projects. It doesn't necessarily have to do anything with Du. So we advise them, we mentor them, and the company also helps us. So there's a fund that we use to get into competitions, external drone competition. We recently got involved, Drones for Good competition. We got second place on the national competition, all sponsored because the management believes that we have to empower the employees in their own passion areas, and then that drives them to be better employees and more attached to the company.
It's beautiful when you're in a place that your passion is being nourished, and that sounds like to be the situation. But I'm sure you've said 20 years or 20 plus years in the industry, you've had a lot of tough times. How did you find passion in those times?
It was tough. I mean, in the beginning, you don't have a choice. Usually you just pick up the first job you get your hands on. And then, you basically start to seek what drives you, what makes you, get up in the morning and say, I am going to do something cool today, I'm going to add value. That's the beginning of the passion. And you start, once this drive gets you up, not only every day, but then you think of, okay, how I'm going to change somebody's life. I'm going to make somebody, make sure that I add value to somebody in their life. That's really when it becomes fully mature. That takes time. But if you start, just follow what your heart tells you. And my advice generally is, even to my own kids, if you don't want to do it, if you don't feel like doing it, don't do it, because you're not going to do it right. Do it only when you feel and truly believe that you're going to do something different with it that makes people appreciate it.
Yeah, I love it. And we all wake up in the morning wanting to do something that we want to do. But as you said, a lot of times you have to pick up the first job. Sometimes that first job or that stuck job, you get stuck in for a while. How do you find that passion continuously rather than, okay, maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel if the tunnel becomes way too long?
True. So you try to create your own challenges internally. You need to create your own passion. You need to see what triggers that, and you find those little challenges. I'll give you an example. When we first started as a small group of people, I used to write blogs in the early days of blogging. And I found our internal mechanism of creating a small bulletin board that internal employees can chat with each other. That woke me up every day. It's not the next upgrade. It was the what are people going to discuss today? They're going to discuss very hot topics, etc., etc. Okay. So you have to create this atmosphere for yourself, and don't wait for people to give you the passion. You have to discover it. So you have to try and fail until you find, okay, this is an area where I'm going to be driven towards. And if the job gives you that, great. If not, take it outside and do your own thing.
True. I like that. Go seek your own passion in every situation, no matter how small it is, and use that as a seed.
Very nicely summarized.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this amazing insight. Thank you. Passion! What do you think? I would really love to hear your opinion. So if you found this episode as useful as I did, please leave your comments on the blog below. and share it with your friends. And if you'd like more tools, tips, techniques, and exclusive interviews that I only share on my website, go to moustafa.com. Until next episode, live passionately.